I come to you today from the centre of Australia, the home of the Barkindji people, and I acknowledge the ancestors, the traditional custodians of this land. I also acknowledge our ancestors in faith, those who passed on the tradition one generation after another. And one of those ancestors was our one canonised saint in Australia, our Aussie battler, St Mary MacKillop. In my school, St Mary MacKillop Memorial School, there was a red sign on the office door. It read, "Never see a need without doing something about it." And we were told throughout our schooling that those were the words of St Mary MacKillop. Whether they were or not, they inspired us. And they came back to me today as I was reflecting on our reading from today from Acts 6. It happened in the early days of the church. And it's a story of the church seeing a need and doing something about it. It's a story of delegating ministers. In our Bibles, the chapter heading might be something like the 7 chosen to serve. The community heard the complaint that some were being overlooked, and the 12 called the 7 others to respond, and they prayed, laid their hands on them, and then sent them off for their ministry. So let's start with seeing the need. In this story, the Hellenist or Greek-speaking widows were being neglected. Though it might say in your Bible that it was about food, that word isn't there in the Greek. Recent scholars claim that they were being neglected in ministry in their own language and culture. So, let's be creative, said the church. Let's respond to the need. So the 7 were called to minister the word to the widows' own tables, to reach out to them where they were. And who are these 7? We know about 2 of them. St. Stephen was a great preacher and the first Christian martyr. And St. Philip baptised the first Christian from Africa. Although the word deacon isn't mentioned, this story has inspired and motivated permanent deacons since the order was partially restored at Vatican II. In seeing a need and responding, the whole church since then has been blessed by the ministry of these men. It matters that they have been publicly authorised, just like those 7 who were prayed over and sent. As deacons in times past, this commissioned office of service becomes the eyes and the ears of the bishop, able to respond in creative ways. As some churches put it today, deacons reach out to the scattered community beyond church structures. So, what are the needs around us today? Who are the Hellenist widows who cry out for ministry at their own tables? The young, the old, those in prison or hospital, those who crave the nourishment of the sacraments, though they might not fit into our traditional structures. How will each of us respond? How will we reach out? Our own personal efforts can be strengthened by the response of the whole church to delegate and to send. Why not complete the restoration of permanent deacons by authorising ministry from the other half of the population and recognise women and men called to contribute by God, the community, and the needs around them? We can also be inspired and motivated by St. Phoebe, the only person in the Bible given the title of deacon as an authorised leader. So today, let's hear the call to see the need and do something about it, both personally and as a church. Imagine how we could witness that we are all a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a consecrated nation, a people set apart to sing the praises of God. And in delegating and sending ministers like St. Stephen and St. Phoebe, we could better share the comfort of many rooms in my Father's house. Inspired by St. Mary MacKillop, let's respond to needs for ministry in creative ways to better proclaim Jesus as the way, the truth, and the life.